Hey there in YouTube land, and now that it's finally happening, that Arrow is coming over to here in North America and are going to be doing releases, it's been talked about before. It's been discussed among fans and collectors. What's better, Arrow or Scream Factory? Uh, Arrow came out first, and actually I think it was 2010, the first Arrow video release. Now, both film companies have a division that deals with the genre between like the 80s, like the video nasties, and just like forgotten horrors, forgotten little gems, stuff like that. So what I wanted to do today was look at some of the Arrow stuff and look at some of the Scream Factory stuff and kind of chart their course to see like some of the blunders that they've done and who's going ahead, well, farthest to become the #1 company. Back in the day, it was easy. I mean, you had Anchor Bay, and then Anchor Bay came out for Blue Underground, and then Blue Underground became the company. And but now there's a lot of companies out there vying for your genre dollar. And with another one coming in there, we've got Snaps, we got Blue Underground, we still have Anchor Bay in there a little bit, I guess. We have Troma doing their stuff, but the big ones are obviously going to be blah blah. Are obviously going to be Arrow Video and Arrow Films against Scream Factory. This is going to be a personal choice. I'm going to list a few like their top releases. We're going to talk about which editions won, because we do know that, like for instance, in Life Force was put out as a Scream Factory release and as an Arrow release. I actually have the Arrow release of Life Force. If you've got the Scream Factory release of Life Force, just like look at it or just turn around and you memorize it. Memorize what it looks like, because this is the one thing that I forgot to do. Hold on. Oh. All right. This is the Arrow Steelbook of Life Force. Arrow has gone into the Steelbook thing. They've had some Steelbooks that they've just done as exclusives, and they've had stuff that they've done through Zavvi, which is a company in England, which Movie Cave Dave will be able to tell you all about if you go to his channel. Just some very, very cool stuff. Again, great artwork on the inside as well. This, let's see. I think this here was. Anyway, there's a lot of really cool artwork on the inside. I'm not going to really get it out. Arrow is also known for having booklets. This was the regular cover of it, by the way. Amazing, isn't it? Kind of like Criterion. So, they do kind of booklets. And another neat little thing to do is they do this in the UK one. Eventually, they're going to do it in the North American one, but not starting out. And that is, they're going to have they got these postcards. Basically is a way for you to find out what's coming out on Arrow Video. I mean, you may not catch the announcements, or they may want to show you, like, give you a hint of what's, well, not hint, tell you what's coming out before the announcements. So you buy an Arrow, you look into it, and you're like, well, I guess they're going to be releasing The Beast Within soon. You click on the back and see a bunch of Arrow covers. As you can see, Arrow has some pretty damn good covers. Now, what about Scream Factory? Scream Factory started in September of 2012. I remember when it started, actually. I bought the first few editions. And at the time, Scream Factory was pretty much, although Scream Factory said at the time that they were not trying to be like Arrow. They were more along the lines of Mondo Macabra, which is another company that does kind of like, not the type of stuff that they were doing. Let's face the facts. Scream Factory, well, Shout Factory saw what was working with Scream Factory, working with Arrow Films, and decided to go with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. We did not have somebody giving us an outlet there, and they have given us a lot of really good stuff, a lot of really good editions. Just go to the Clive Barker Nightbreed edition. That being said, there have been some missteps along the way. The latest one was Cruel Jaws, or when they decided to take one of their premium horror titles, which was Scarecrows, and originally make it a double feature with a Lilo Zito film. I kid you not, that was actually going to happen. I think that only the mistake of Cruel Jaws made them actually change their mind on that one. Because, trust me, when I was on the site, they were pretty steadfast, and they weren't the nicest. But that being said, I have dealt with both companies. I bought from both, obviously, and I have dealt with both the companies to see like their customer service. And I gotta say, customer service on both sides were very good and very fast. When I did get my poster, my Motel Hell poster, they got it out to me, and they got it out to me really fast. When I didn't get, when my better half made a mistake in what she ordered yesterday, and ended up apparently costing her like twice what she wanted to because she was going to bundle it. I think it was about twice or 3 times, whatever. She said it anyway. She emailed them, they fixed it up, they canceled the mistake order, and she was able to order her the order my Christmas present, which I don't know what it is. I kind of got a hint on a couple. I am hoping to get. This is totally unlike most of my channel stuff, but there's a few that I really want. And there's a 1990s film called Bound by the Wachowski brothers that I really, really enjoyed with Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon. It's not for everybody, but there's just something about it that I really liked, and I would love to have the Blu-ray of that one. Another one that was on my list, of course, was the Rima Williams one with the 80-minute documentary on. Logan has this one for sure. I'm pretty sure I watched the video with them talking about it. Yeah, it's a documentary on 80s action films. Just incredible stuff. So, actually, it's fairly obvious right here. I could go back and forth and tell you who I think the winner is, but you each are going to decide on your own who you think the winner is. I'm going to tell you which company I think wins out, and I think both are great companies. The fact that one is slightly better than the other can have to do with time. And the fact of the matter is that, well, Arrow Films has 2 years on Scream Factory, and Scream Factory has been making a few missteps lately. They've been announcing too much at once. They've been putting too many releases that could have been like single releases into double releases. I think, in a way, Scream Factory has started to panic a little bit. And and it's a shame because I really think Scream Factory does some great stuff. They put out some great covers. They do some great releases. As you know, if you look behind me, I've got a huge amount of Scream Factory stuff. They put out so much fantastic stuff. Last year, my #1 release of the year was the Scream Factory Vincent Price box set. Just incredible. Now there's an Arrow box set coming out for Vincent Price this year, which looks incredible as well. I won't be getting that one this year, but hopefully that's one that I will be to pick up down the road. For me, Arrow wins it. They had a mistake. Well, originally they did what Scream Factory is doing right now. Basically, they got prints in, and that's the prints they took. So, what you're going to get print-wise and quality-wise, well, it was a bit of a gamble early on with some of the earlier stuff. I thought a lot of it was pretty good, but there was some stuff that really didn't apparently cut the mustard. I had the DVD edition of Tenebrae, and apparently the original Blu-ray edition of Tenebrae is a lesser quality than the DVD edition, from what I'm told. And they made a few mistakes like that, up to one of their big marquee releases, which was Zombie Flesh Eaters. Now, I don't know if I just got a copy after it was fixed or what, but there were certain issues originally with Zombie Flesh Eaters. I didn't have any with mine, or I didn't notice any. And around that time, Arrow said, that's it, we're taking over. We're going to do these titles the way that they're meant to be done. We're putting the money into the places that they need to go. And we're going to do remasters. And we're going to really look at doing quality control on our films. And they have done that. They have done stuff that has been Criterion worthy. And that's pretty amazing. They have the Arrow. Now, they don't just have Arrow Films, though. They have Arrow Video, which is their genre titles. They have Arrow Academy, which is some of their like more prestigious titles, and they have like Aerodrome, which is kind of their bargain titles. Right now, Scream Factory just has a Scream Factory label, and the one thing that lessens the Scream Factory label, and I'm not going to lie to you, I think this does lessen the Scream Factory label, is that the deal with Chiller, and you know, the Chiller movies may be fantastic, but the Scream Factory label should be focused on the genre stuff that it originally was going to be focused on, not the newer stuff. I think all that newer stuff deserves a spotlight and deserves to be out there. Beneath is one of the movies I want to buy. I like Wendigo. Do I want it to be a Scream title? No, I kind of want it to have its own thing. Either be under the Shout Factory logo or just have like another indie horror logo on its own. Scream Factory should really mean something. When you buy your Scream Factory DVDs, whether it's a John Carpenter or an awesome Clive Barker or just one of those things, you should be able to put them there and, you know, okay, I want to get all the Scream Factory. There shouldn't be Monkey's Paw and Chiller and like Dead, whatever, Shadows, which are movies I like, but they do not fit in with the Scream Factory, with my perception of what Scream Factory should be. That being said, I'm a huge fan of Scream Factory. Obviously, I buy a ton of their stuff. They have some great features, but for me, right now, Arrow wins out. Arrow's put out a lot more stuff, even in the stuff that they put out recently. And there's been a lot more features in it. Arrow's Life Force against Scream Factory's Life Force. It wasn't even really a fair fight. There was just more to the Life Force edition that came out for Arrow Video. Not just a Steelbook edition, but actual more features in as well. There was a lot of great stuff there. Even when Scream Factory put out, and I have this edition, Day of the Dead. The Arrow version of that one is supposed to be a better edition as well. So Scream Factory is still working to get there. They've made a few mistakes recently, but that being said, I would not give up on Scream Factory. They're a fantastic company. But for me, right now, Arrow Video wins over Scream Factory. Now, the second part of my video, because there's two parts to this one, I got asked a couple times. So I was messaged on Facebook. I was messaged through there and asked about that huge ass video you did. What are 10 you can recommend? What are ones you can recommend from your own collection that you got? So I thought about it for a while, and these are ones that are personal ones to me, but they're ones that I can recommend as Arrow titles that are on the sale. So this way, if you haven't got Arrow before, here's a cool way to see a few Arrow titles and what their artwork's like and stuff like that. And I'll talk about the features as well and how I feel about the film. This may be a film that's fantastic for you. It may be a film that you're going to want to pass on, but you never know until you look. First up is White of the Eye. This is just a really cool film. This one has, what's his name, David Keith, right? Yeah, David Keith. Sometimes I mix it up, and Keith David, which is a very different actor. David Keith and Cathy Moriarty. This is a psychological thriller, really well done. I absolutely love this cover. You open it up, and it's a 2-disc edition, because the features on here are amazing. And I gotta read this out to you because there's just some really great stuff. Aside from having like the audio commentary, there's a feature-length documentary on the director, Donald Cummel, which I really, really want. I haven't seen it yet, and I keep saying I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this the weekend. Kids aren't over here the weekend, unfortunately. I'm on my own, so I'm feeling a little bit lonely tonight. There's a short film by Cummel as well. An interview with the guy the co-cinematographer and Steadicam wizard, Larry McConkie, where to leave the scenes, flashback scenes that's originally shot prior to the bleach bypass processing. Just some incredible stuff. Really great features, and just you look here, and this is the synopsis, and right down there, that's the special features section. I don't know if you can actually see that or not, or maybe two. But this is what we have in special features. So if you want to like pause it or anything like that, you can. Next up is one that maybe a lot of people aren't going to pick up, but it's one that I really enjoyed. It's another 2-disc edition. It's a Blu-ray DVD? Yeah, Blu-ray DVD combo pack. They have a lot of these. So if you don't have a Blu-ray region-free player yet, check to see, one, what the region is are on these, Now this one here, unfortunately, is a Region B, so you got to have a region-free Blu-ray player in order to watch this movie. Though you probably be able to watch the DVD edition as well on here. So yeah, it's got a DVD edition as well. So any of the dual formats, so that's like anything. You can pretty much watch a dual format movie on on almost any player and on your computer as well. So you won't be able to watch the Blu-ray, but you will be able to watch the DVD. So next up is King of New York. I really like this movie. I'm a big fan of Abel Ferrara. One of the movies that I wanted, I don't know if I mentioned this in my wish list, Christmas wish list, but one of the top wants for me is a movie called Miss 45. I just really, really liked it. I thought it was a fantastic little film. I think Draft House put it out. There's some great features on here. If you haven't seen this one, it's kind of like a Christopher Walken. It's a very much the if you know Abel Ferrara's movies, it's gritty. It's where Scarface left off, basically. We got audio commentary. We actually have 2 audio commentaries on this one here. Brand new interview with director Abel Ferrara, interview with producer Augusto Camito, and Abel Ferrara Not Guilty, a documentary on the director as well, which sounds really cool. And a short film about the long career of Abel Ferrara. Documentary looking at Abel Ferrara's career, including interviews with his key collaborators. Man, I'm just going to get that out. Really great stuff. Got to check it out. I think it's a really good one. Next up is one that nobody's going to be surprised to see on my list, because this is just one that I like a lot. It's a personal one for me. Will everybody like this one? No. No, they won't. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not something for everybody. This is only if you're a De Palma fan and you're a thriller fan, you like Hitchcockian type stuff, then you're probably going to like this one. If you're not, then maybe you won't. But it's called Obsession. Yeah, it's a De Palma movie. I really just... Something about it just really stuck with me. It's very much De Palma's version of Vertigo, but not as depressing as Vertigo in the end. We all know how that one goes. But the kind of a neat thing on this, it has 2 early De Palma films as well. Wanton's Wake, done in '62, and Responsive Eye, done in 1966. There's a 37-minute retrospective that's actually really cool. I watched that one right after it. And this is one of the Dude Designs covers. Next up is a movie that I seriously do suggest you go out and pick up, and it's a really good one. And is this the dual format? Yes, it is. That's another dual format. So see, you guys can actually get some of these. Even if you don't have that Blu-ray region-free player yet, you can get and watch it on your computer. Just some really cool stuff. And it's Larry Cohen's film, The Stuff. Is this not an amazing cover? I love this artwork. I really, really love this artwork. I mean, let's spend some time on artwork. It's just got some really cool features on here as well. Can't get enough of the stuff. The making of Larry Cohen's classic creature feature, a 52-minute documentary, which is actually really, really cool. I enjoyed it as well. Introduction and trailer commentary. They've been doing these trailer commentaries recently, like the Trailers from Hell type of thing, which I like. Darren Bozeman, who did Saw 2 and 3, does like the commentary for the trailer and stuff. He's a really big fan of this movie. There's an introduction and trailer commentary by director. Okay, I already said that. Original trailer, reversible sleeves. All these here, by the way, have like different covers on them as well, which I haven't been getting into. And like I said, each of these have booklets. Some of the early ones especially had posters, and they had like lobby cards, a bunch of stuff. You always get a marquee release when you're getting a Arrow video release. Some people have said that, I read on a couple of sites that it said, they make them too bright. And no, they don't. That had to be on one of those really techie forum sites that I don't like. I'm not big on those like really techie forum sites where they're talking about bitrate and blah 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 and all this stuff. I turn it on, and if I like it, that's how I decide. I'm not testing the color palettes and doing this and that. If I like a movie, I like it. But apparently, these here are supposedly really good, done by these techie people that do these reviews, and that I am not one of. Big Trouble in Little China, great film. I don't think I have to talk too hard on this one here. It's a John Carpenter film. A lot of great stuff on here. We have an audio commentary with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, which you know is going to be good. Return to Little China, a brand new interview with John Carpenter, Being Jack Burton, a brand new interview with Kirk Douglas. Carpenter and I, a brand new interview with Dean Cundy. producing Big Trouble, a new interview with Larry Franco, staging Big Trouble, a new interview with stuntman Jeff Amato, interview with the visual director, vintage making of featurette of cast and crew, extended ending, deleted scenes, music video, gallery of behind the scenes, 3 original trailers, TV spots, reversible sleeve featuring artwork, original artwork, newly commissioned artwork, and just some really cool stuff. How Comes the Frogtown was one of the releases that I missed out on, and I would severely love to get How Comes the Frogtown, because I'm a big fan of those type of cheesy movies. It's one of those that stuck with me when I was a kid. Next up is one that is not a Blu-ray, and it's the only non-Blu-ray on my list. And it is a movie called Pieces. Pieces is really freaking fun. I love this movie. I really love this movie. I've watched this so many times. And this is one of their early releases. This one's out in 2011, so it was like the second year that they came out. But they had a ton of features. They threw a bunch of stuff on here. And if you get any of these early releases, then I'll show you right now. One, you get the booklet, but you also get this. Aside from they all have dual covers, by the way. Even most of the Aerodromes do. Some of them don't, but most of them do. And I think this is really cool. I know that Screen Factory does this if you buy from the site, but Arrow did this just if you bought it. So that really cool, yeah. And because it was inside the case, it didn't get wet. If you watch my channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Pieces is I just love this movie. It is cheesy. It is crazy. A mother finds her son putting together a puzzle of a naked lady. She smashes up the puzzle, and he takes that time to go and take his mom apart, like takes that puzzle and pretend it's somebody else. He hides in the closet, and then years later, there's murders going on. There's a killer taking body parts to make this ultimate puzzle, and you have to figure out who this person is grown up, or if it's somebody else that was inspired by the killer. There are some great features on here as well, by the way. We have, of course, the reversible sleeve, as always. The artwork that I just showed you right there, the poster. We have an introduction by the star Jack Taylor, pieces of Jack, and actor's experience of Spanish Slatter. Actor Jack Taylor recollects his experiences on performing pieces. Pieces of Destruction, looking back at Grinders Gorefest. Hostile producer Scott Spiegel, filmmaker Howard Asperger, and Fangoria's Mako Gingold, and horror historian Santos Elian Jr. reflect on the lasting legacy and lacerations of Pieces. There's an audio commentary with Tony Tapone from the, of course, Fangoria. Next up is one that I'm serious. If you do not have this release, now's the time to pick it up. It makes a fantastic Christmas gift. So if you know somebody that likes this movie, is really into horror, and you don't have this one, don't even think about it. It's $9.99, I think, on there, right on the site right now, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. It's a huge edition. I mean, we have a 3-disc edition here. The first disc has Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, high definition, like Blu-ray. There's an audio commentary with Tobe Hooper, and we also have audio commentary with Bill Moseley, Carolyn Williams, special effects legend Tom Savini. We got a Runs in the Family, a 6-part documentary, alternate opening sequence. Some of the stuff's on the MGM release that came out. Still Feeling the Buzz, not all of it though. Cutting moments with Bob Elmore. We're kind of talking with the stuntman, and this is where it gets really, really cool. This 2 and this 3 Blu-ray and DVD editions of this. There's Tobe Hooper's early works, limited edition exclusive, limited to this one actually. Basically, you got Tobe Hooper's early works here. You have Heisters, which was a short film I think that he did, ran like 10 minutes. Eggshells was a full 90-minute length film. No, these each have commentaries on them as well, and so they have some like kind of conversation talking with Tobe Hooper about this one here. But that's not all it has. It also has a 100-page booklet. So when you open this up, so I want to show you this one, guys, because it's really cool. This is Texas. I guess. And in here, you get this, by the way. This was the basically they're kind of this one is played very tongue in cheek. Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. So if you know the movie Breakfast Club, you know that they're kind of like lampooning that. But on the back, it'll tell you what your number is, your special edition, limited edition number. Very cool stuff. Of course, there is Texas Chainsaw. And of course, we have a good old Chop Top here that has the Blu-ray and DVD. And the DVD is, and Blu-ray of this looks to be, the Blu-ray of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie, is locked, but the Blu-ray edition of the early works is not locked. Then there's this huge book, and I mean it's a book. At this point that it's 100 pages, it goes past booklet territory, and actually it's a full-fledged book at that point. It's just some really good stuff. There's some great, if I can never get this in, there's great articles in there. Stuff like, let us see. Before the Saw, Tobe Hooper's Eggshells and Heisters, Trials and Tribulations of Being Tobe Hooper, No Secret, It's the Meat. Drowned in Gore and Depravity. Basically, that's about the censors and this film. Unless it's a good review, I'm not going to read it anyway. Tobe Hooper interview. Saw's Family, just about the transfers and stuff like that. Just some really, really cool stuff. So if you haven't picked this up, really pick it up. Or if you got a better half, or a friend or family member that likes this type of stuff, it is a fantastic, inexpensive Christmas gift that you can pick up for them, and they will love you for it. Next up is one that originally, well, I'm going to leave this one for last, I think, is Cinema Paradiso. This is one I've long championed as being just a great piece of cinema that people that love movies have to see. Cinema Paradiso won for Best Foreign Language Film. It won 5 BAFTA awards, Best Actor, Original Screenplay, Best Score, the grand prize of the jury at the Cannes Film Festival. It's really that good of a movie. There's no two ways about it. It has a 124-minute theatrical edition, and has a glorious 174-minute director's cut, which you really have to get in there and say, I'm going to watch this whole thing for. There's a 52-minute documentary on here as well about the film and talking with the guy that made it. We have a 27-minute documentary on another 27-minute documentary in the making of the film. There's a thing in the kissing sequence. You'll understand if you've seen the movie. You open it up, the Cinema Paradiso, of course, there's the young boy. It's pretty much a coming-of-age story with cinema. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous edition. So if you guys have not picked up and watched Cinema Paradiso yet, I really strongly suggest, if you're a fan of cinema, if you're just a fan of the movies that I watch here, like the horror and stuff like that, maybe this isn't the perfect first choice for you. But if you love film, Cinema Paradiso is one that you should have. I think you should have it anyway. It's just a really good film. Next up is one that my father got me, and I have to say it is probably one of the best Scream Factories that I got, and it's not a horror one. It's actually one called Foxy Brown with Pam Grier. This is actually a really good blaxploitation movie. And the way it does it just does it really, really, really well. Director approved by Jack Hill. We got there's some really cool stuff on this. There's an audio commentary with Jack Hill. From black to white, blaxploitation actor Sid Haig talks about his long and influential French with Jack Hill. It's actually a really good interview. Oh, this is actually extremely cool. Not so minor influence. An interview with Bob Miner, the first African-American member of the Stuntmen's Association. That is actually awesome. They talked to Fred the Hammer Williamson on here as well, alongside Austin Stoker and Rosanna Catton. They're 3 blaxploitation film stars. One of them doesn't like to use the word blaxploitation. Of course, the Commission Network and Collector's Booklet. Just some amazing, amazing stuff. And of course, that was when they were saying that Black Sabbath was coming out. By the way, if you don't have the Babel ones, I didn't put the Babels on my list because I wasn't sure which ones they had on the site to buy, but the Babel ones are a must. Last but definitely not least is the one that everybody got excited about. The release that ended up telling them, okay, we're going to go back and do an even better job. And my edition of it, anyway, has a is a great release. So I'm guessing I got the second release that came out. Well, you know, when you fix the disc, the authoring problem, and it is an amazing one, and it is Zombie Flesh Eaters. This is the best way to get it. I know there's a Blue Underground edition that's out there, but it's not half as good. This is just a better edition of the film. The picture's better on this film. There are some great features. Animals, Cannibals, and Zombies, a trilogy of Italian terror. Actor Ian McCulloch remembers his three classic roles with Latin Lunacy. It's a UK exclusive, by the way. We got audio commentary on here as well with Fulci, a biographer, Stephen Thrower, and horror expert Alan Jones. There's this is really good. From Ramiro to Rome: The Rise and Fall of the Italian Zombie Film. That is worth it for that alone. You really got to check this out. This is one. It's on the list. It's like $7.99. There's a Blu-ray and the DVD edition. Pick it up. Like seriously, it deserves to be picked up. The Blu-ray edition is like coded into the you know, and they're both Blu-rays. Yeah, they're both Blu-rays. There's two Blu-rays edition of this one here. It's a fantastic film. It's a really fantastic film. Zombie Flesh Eaters one you got to pick up. So there we go. Arrow versus Scream Factory. Right now, Arrow gets it. They just put out more quality stuff, and they've learned from their mistakes. Scream Factory's made a few stumbles, and I love them, and I have a bunch of their stuff, and I'll be showcasing and buying and looking at even more of their stuff because I think they're a fantastic company. But they got to get there. Arrow's had 2 years on them, so Arrow right now is coming into to North America with a lot of experience. So let's hope that they really hit the market and get some good releases that we can all be excited about. Until then, I'm going to keep buying my UK releases of the Arrow ones because they come on from great prices, and there's a sale on right now. Go to Arrow Films, go to their website, and you will see an awesome sale. There's actually 2 sales. Check them out. I don't think Life Force is on there, but there are some great steelbooks. The Beyond steelbook is sexy as hell. Oh man, I'd like to get that one. That's one I don't think I'm going to get because I don't think she went with any steelbooks this time. But the Beyond was a great steelbook. And again, I don't know. She puts a secret one in there every time. Anyway, the Beyond is a great steelbook. Tenebrae is a great steelbook. If you don't have that one, they did a reauthoring of Tenebrae to do a really good edition of that one on Blu-ray. Just some really cool stuff. Theater of Blood is an amazing steelbook as well. Check them out. Really cool stuff. Arrow Films, Scream Factory, both great companies. Arrow Films gets the nod from me as being the best company. That's my thought. Let me know what your thought is. What's the best company for you? Arrow Films or Scream Factory? And don't base it just on, okay, I live in North America and I can't get those. You know, which one would you rather have? If you had a region free player. And if you got a region free player, let me know. I know that Logan is probably going to give the nod to Arrow Films because there's a lot of really classic films that come on Arrow as well. Movies like Rafifi and Spirits of the Dead are on Arrow. They have movies like The Bicycle Thief and Conformist. So and Brute Force. That's another one I want. Very cool film. Kirk Douglas. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. I really got to get my tea. Extremely thirsty, and I think I might play some video games. I might do another video for you guys tonight if you want it. But let me know. Please comment down below and let me know what you think of Arrow Films or what you think of Scream Factory. Which one do you think is best? If you got some of each, tell me which one do you think is the one that's a premier title, the one that everybody should own. And if you've seen the sale and you bought some from the sale, let somebody know what they should get. Because these are just 10 releases that I think are really good. But there's a lot that I probably missed. There's some that I just don't have in my collection yet that are just fantastic releases. I didn't take down any of the bad ones, and I kind of regret that because every one of the bad releases, I'm not sure if they're on there, but Black Sunday and Black Sabbath, if you don't have them, those are absolute 100% first buy musts from Scream Factory. They're from Scream Factory, from Arrow Films. Really, they are that damn good. The AIP remasters. They have one of them has a Riccardo Friedi's the first sound horror film done in Italy, which is called I Vampiri. And I'm going on too much. Thanks for watching. The big giant lobster head says hi, and my kettle is seriously dry and needs to be refilled. Have a great night. For me right now, it's time for tea, and then then I think I may actually sit down and watch a couple of these features that I haven't seen yet. There's a few of these documentaries that I've been really meaning to pick up and watch, but just haven't had the time. Have a great night.